Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, my name is Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing an Asda / Waterstones book haul. Asda is one of our supermarkets here in the UK and I got a couple of books from there. The rest I got from Waterstones. So without further ado, let's get started. The first set of books I got from Waterstones, and the first book is Satellite by Nick Lake. This book was part of the buy one get one half price deal, but I also had a £10 off voucher as well as £3 something off of my Waterstones card, so £13 something altogether. It would be silly not to get some money off of these books, so I thought that's perfect. That's like getting like 2 books for free. So yes, this book I've actually heard really good things about. Obviously it's like based in space, but yeah, I love the cover to this. I think it's really cool, holographic, and then that's the back there. So I think that's really cool and I'm super excited to see what this book is like. The next book that I picked up I haven't actually heard of before, but it was on the buy one get one half price table. This book is Hope by Rianne Ivory, and this book is really colourful, and honestly I picked it up because of the cover. So it's a complete cover buy, but also I did have a little glance back and it just says like it's a summer between school and sixth form, and Hope doesn't get into drama college and her friends do, and her plans fall apart. Now I love drama, and so I thought like, oh yeah, so this would be cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And also I've just noticed that these are musical notes that are coming out of her hair. So as a like I studied drama whilst in like college, so I'm looking forward to this one. The next book that I got was actually the first book that I picked up from Waterstones, and that is All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater, and this was on the buy one get one half price deal as well. It is quite a long book. I was quite amazed by this, and it's also quite floppy too. So I had to get it because it's a new release and everybody's like literally like, oh my god, so I gotta pick this up. I then picked up Invictus by Ryan Gordon, which is getting a lot of buzz lately, and that's purely why I picked this up. So I don't really have too much of a clue what this book is about, just the fact that loads of people are reading it, reviewing it, and it was part of the buy one get one half price deal, I believe. So those were the 4 books that are on the buy one get one half price deal. I also picked up Nixia by Scott Reitgen, and this book is quite cover buy, to be honest. I thought, wow, that looks pretty cool, but I've heard really good things about this. It's like a little sci-fi sort of novel. I'm just going to see if there's anything under the dust jacket. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, so it's like a sci-fi sort of novel. It had a few pounds knocked off as well, so I got it for like £10 I think for the hardcover, but I love my hardcovers, and so yeah, I'm super intrigued about this one. The last book that I bought wasn't part of any deal as well, and that was A Step Towards Falling by Cammy McGovern, and this book I just thought it just sounded like really intriguing, because I read like the back of the book and it says that Emily froze and Lucas froze too. They could have helped Belinda but they didn't. So Emily thought she knew Lucas and she thought she understood Belinda, but maybe she judged them both too quickly. Then Emily and Lucas' punishment is community service with people with disabilities, people that are like Belinda, and soon they feel like maybe they're starting to make a difference, but can they do anything to help the one person that they hurt the most? So I felt really intrigued towards this book because of the disability factor. I work with people that have mental disabilities like autism and that, so that's why I was super intrigued with this book, and yeah, I just liked the sound of it, so I'm hoping that I do enjoy it. Now the last 2 books were the 2 books that I got whilst in Asda, the supermarket. I got Cara Levine's Mirror Mirror. Now she has written this book, and yeah, I'm super excited, and I was told that it's good for a debut, so I know that it's kind of about these kids that are misfits, and then one of them disappears and they're found half dead in the Thames. They're fighting for their life, and the police believe that she did this to herself, but her friends are like devastated, so they're just sort of like and they go along and look for clues and find out that it's not all that it seems. So I feel like it's like an interesting sort of thriller. And I'm definitely looking forward to giving this a read. I'm just going to see if there's anything underneath the dust jacket of this one as well. I'm always quite nosy when it comes to things like this, but sometimes you find like cute little surprises. So yes, I love the fact this book is yellow, kind of an autumny colour, and yeah, I'm really excited about this book. And the last book, I couldn't believe that it was out just yet. Couldn't, wouldn't. Just, I was like, whoa, my god. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, illustrated edition, illustrated by Jim Kay, and obviously it's by J.K. Rowling, and I couldn't believe that this book is out. And oh, just look at the beauty of it. Look at the beautiful pages inside this book and the images. So I'm definitely going to be rereading this book. This might have to be what I read after my current read, which is Colin Hoover's Without Merit, because I really want to reread Harry Potter books at the moment. Me and Ben, we've been starting to watch the films, and we've just finished Goblet of Fire. And after watching Goblet of Fire, it's made me want to read Goblet of Fire, but now this illustrated edition is out, I want to read the illustrated edition of this. So this is going to be most probably read after my current read, because this won't take too long to read. And then we'll see. I'll probably end up actually rereading Goblet of Fire, because just Ben was asking me questions and I was like, well, in the book this is explained a bit more, sort of thing, and I was just like, now I want to read the book. So this is really heavy, and I'm so happy that I finally got this book and that I found it, and oh my god, just the happiness in my life right now that I've got this book is just so massive. So I'm super glad. This was the first book that I picked up out of the whole entirety of this haul. I also went to another Waterstones and I got some other books, which is pretty bad of me, but I have no control whatsoever, and we already know this, I already know this, so what's the point in lying to each other? So I picked up The Gunslinger by Stephen King, which is the Dark Tower book number 1, which is the one that's been made into the movie, which is called The Dark Tower, and I thought I'd give it a read. I actually read like the premise of this book. I've never read a Stephen King novel before, and it actually sounds really interesting, and it's not actually that big of a book, so I thought, you know what, I like the sound of this, so I like to see where this book is going to go. I then picked up It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Bourne, and this is her latest novel, and yeah, I love the cover to this, the popcorn. I don't actually know what this book is about, but she's a UKYA author and I've heard really good things about her stuff, so I thought to add another book of hers to my collection. This next book that I picked up I've heard nothing of, and it sounds really interesting. This book is Crosstalk by Connie Willis, and it's a sci-fi rom-com for the 21st century apparently, and it's also floppy. It's also a floppy book. So yeah, that is probably why I picked this book up. I then picked up this book, not just because the cover's blue, but because it does sound really good, and it's from the author of The Girl with All the Gifts, and this is called Fellside. So it's by M.R. Carey, and this book just sounds really interesting. All it says is Fellside is somewhere on the edge of Yorkshire moors. It's the kind of place that you don't want to end up, but it's where Jess could be spending the rest of her life, and a place where the wolves whisper. One voice belongs to a little boy with a message for Jess. It will be the death of you if it doesn't save you. It just sounds so mysterious, and honestly I couldn't put it down. I tried to, but I couldn't. I then picked up This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. I've been eyeing up this book for such a long time. I've been picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down, and now I'm finally like, yes, I'm gonna get it. This edition had a little scuff on the corner though, but the lovely people at Waterstones managed to take 10% off of it for me because of the damage, so I was fine with that. That was like 80 something p off of it, which is fine for a little bit of damage. So yeah, I'm super excited about this book. Had nothing but good things, so I'd like to see where this book goes. And the final book that I picked up, which I realised I need to take a sticker off because stickers annoy me, but this is A Skin Full of Shadows by Frances Harding, and it is a cover buy. No lie about that. I picked this book up purely because it was beautiful, but then I read the inside of it because I do have to read the inside sometimes. This book is actually signed as well. It's a signed edition, exclusive to Waterstones, so I was really happy about that. But this book just sounds really good, And all I read was like the first little bit, which sometimes when a person dies, the spirit goes looking for somewhere to hide. Some people have space within them perfect for hiding, but Makepeace has learned to defend herself from the ghosts that try to possess her in the night, that are desperate for refuge. But one day a dreadful event causes her to drop her guard, and now there's a spirit inside of her. That's all I read, and I was like, sold. I'm just gonna have a look, see if there's anything special underneath. That is actually quite pretty. So even like under the dust jacket, we have a little design, which is also on the spine. That is so pretty. So I managed to get it for £10. There was £3 off this, and I thought this book seems pretty special. So yeah, I'm really happy about these books. If you guys have read any of these books, do let me know down below in the comments what you thought about them, whether you liked them, whether you didn't like them, or if they're a book that you've recently got. Any comments and any thoughts, just let me know down below and we can start and have a conversation about it. I love talking to you guys. Let me know how your day's going, let me know what you guys are up to, and let me know what you're currently reading. So thanks very much for watching my video. As always guys, keep smiling, keep reading and be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye!